Hi, my name is Mark, and I am so glad you're here at _Freedom for Life _. Have I got a conversation for you today? Because today I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to give you the secrets, really a 3-step secret to turning your mistakes into your successes. So let's get started, shall we? And as we're getting started, can you do me a favor? Could you subscribe and be a part of everything we're doing here at Freedom for Life, and hit that notification bell so you can be part of the conversations while they're happening, not afterwards. Say, here's a question. How do you turn your mistakes into your successes? I don't know if you are like me, but there have been those times in my life where I've just blown it. Have you ever been there where you're at work and you make this major error, your brain goes in neutral for a while, or you're in a relationship and you say the exact wrong thing, or you take a wrong turn, or you go through a light and you accidentally hit a car, or whatever it is, right? There's just a multitude of things. Life happens to all of us. We're not going to, hopefully, but eventually mistakes are just going to happen. So in that place, how do you turn a mistake into a success, whether it's in relationship, or it's in a job, or it's in your finances, or anything like that? Well, there's 3 things I would give you that are going to be the quickest way for you to turn your mistake into your success. The first step I would tell you is this: give yourself a break. For me in my life, and maybe you in yours, we set this high standard for ourselves. Really, we set this perfect standard. Sometimes, right, in this life mastery journey, we beat ourselves up for everything we do that isn't perfect. We set a standard that we can't even make, and then we blame ourselves for not making it. Maybe the way to become successful is to do the opposite, and which is this: give yourself a break. Not to say what you did is right, not to say that what you did didn't matter or didn't have consequences, but to put it in perspective. It's a one-time event in your life. It's not your life. And it certainly isn't a reflection on your identity. So if that's the case, then it's just a single experience that you're walking through, not something to use as a weapon against yourself. So the first thing is this: give yourself a break. You've recognized that something was done incorrectly, wrong, a silly move, a bad decision, whatever it is, and leave it at that. The judgments are the things you don't have to add to it. Step 2 of turning a mistake into a success is this: learn from it. Identify what you did wrong, right? Whether it's I was too impulsive when I made that decision, or I was angry and I spoke out in a way I shouldn't have, or I was unfocused, and so that's what happened, right? There's a single reason behind it. There's a core reason for what happened, and simply identifying it gives you the power to overcome it. See, it's not in the mistakes that you make because everybody makes them. It's what do you do with them, and how do you learn from them, that makes you the person that you're supposed to be, that changes a mistake into a success. Because if I don't know what I did wrong, if I can't identify the thing that needs to change, I can't get better. See, and that's the whole point of it. It's not to be perfect, it's to be getting better over time. So the first thing is, give yourself a break. Okay, this was something I did wrong. I recognize it. The second is, okay, well, what was it I did wrong so that I can learn from it? And the third step in changing mistakes into successes is to take action towards it. Which means this: when you identify what you did wrong, right? I made this bad decision, or I did this. Well, now what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do the next time? See, there's 2 kinds of people. There's the people who beat themselves up for the last time, and there's people who make a decision for the next time. You can be one or the other, but you probably aren't going to be both. So the question is, what are you going to do the next time? If you make that decision ahead of time, then the next time those circumstances come up, now all of a sudden you have that mindset, you have that thought process, you have that tool in place to be the person that you know you can be. So the 3 steps towards changing a mistake into a success are this: don't beat yourself up. It's a one-time experience that you'll learn from. And speaking of learning from, the second step is, what one thing did I have to change in this? What one thing did I do wrong? What one thing led to this issue, challenge, mistake, error, whatever you want to call it? And then number 3, what one thing am I going to do in the future to make sure that it doesn't happen again? If you can take these 3 steps, if you can invest in yourself instead of beat yourself up, you can turn mistakes in your life to successes. Every person of great worth and success has been able to do this. There's no person who reaches high levels of success who continues to beat themselves up for not being perfect. They learn and they move forward, and success follows those people who do it. If you want to be that kind of person, take these steps on in your life, and I guarantee you'll be closer to the things that you want to be successful at than the mistakes you used to make. Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm glad you're here at _freedom4life_. Hey, if you like this video, hit that like button and give me a comment down below of one mistake that you're going to turn into a success, and or one thing you've learned from something that you've walked through in your life. And do me a favor, share this video with somebody you know who may be kind of in the midst of beating themselves up over something they did. Maybe they'll learn from what you're learning from as well. And at the end of the day, if you do nothing else, dominate your day.